Hey there, crew. It is now time to set up February inside of our work bullet journal and our task planner, using both of these in conjunction with each other this year. And let me just tell you, this has worked out so well for me. I'm really excited about it. And I actually talk about it a little bit in my reflection, which we'll go over, just an end of month reflection on everything that I had set up and got going. We have a lot of fun stuff we're going to get going on today. The first thing we have to do is actually set up and kind of update all of our trackers inside of our bullet journal. We'll be doing YouTube and Instagram today, talking a little bit about that. Then we also have to set up our monthly overview inside of our bullet journal. We are done with January, moving into February. I tried to work ahead a little bit, made a little bit of a mistake, but we're going to cover that up today. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and start to set up everything inside of our task planner. This is where a lot of my work related content is happening. We're going to be setting up our 2-week goals, kind of like a project sprint, so to say, and then really kind of set up and just reflect on how everything went so far. First thing I want to share with you though, I have a ton of stationery right now. Like if I showed you my desk, you would be in horror right now, but a lot of cool stuff came in, both from Desk Gems as well as cute things from Japan, stamps and stuff that we're actually going to be using today, which I'm really excited about. One of the things that Cute Things from Japan put inside of their package, they always have extra fun with like little stickers and stuff like that, is this little guy right here. So it's called a Netsuke or a Netsuke, I'm not exactly sure, but it's a rabbit design for 2023, which is Year of the Rabbit. It's a little charm that they sent along. I'm going to hang up here somewhere. It has the rabbit, and then it has behind the rabbit is Mount Fuji, which is a lucky icon in Japan. And then on top of that, we got a little bell and also a Japanese 5 yen coin. And so they said the pronunciation of 5 yen is goen, which is also the same pronunciation for a word that means fate or good relationship. So they included this with their package this year to wish me a good luck and happy relationships and friendships with people in 2023. So if you're also ordering from Cute Things from Japan, curious if you got this as well. So we're just going to put that off to the side, but wanted to share that with you as something nice to, kind of show that we're getting inside of here. So let's actually flip to the front of our page here. So what we're going to be doing next week, we have to get all of our goals in for the year. So I'll be filling out this page in the following week, or actually reflecting on what those are for this year and talking about those a little bit. More importantly, though, we got to update these Instagram and YouTube trackers. I do my Instagram tracker anytime I hit a goal, which we actually just hit 22.4 thousand on the 24th of this past week, which was really exciting. And then we also have our YouTube tracker, which I set up from a subscriber standpoint on a monthly basis. And then I've also been tracking across the videos, how many videos that I publish in this month. Let's start over here on the Instagram side. So this was a really exciting week. I have not grown this quickly in quite some time. It actually took me a while to get there. When I started this journal, we were at 22,000 in the beginning of December. And then we made an extra 100 followers in that month, which was great. And then since then, it's just been like crazy growth. 22.2 on the 3rd, then 10 days later we got to 22.3, and then a little bit more than 10 days later 22.4. So that's always really exciting. So what I've been doing is I've just been using my mild liners and going through and just coloring them in. I actually just got an amazing package from Zebra. I cannot wait to show you all the cool stuff we're going to be doing with them. I actually haven't had this one yet. This is the neutral set from them, which has neutral colors, which I really like a lot. So I thought I would use one of these today because I've been just itching to use this. So this is Cool Gray. I don't think we've used that yet over here, but this comes with some really nice colors though. I was already looking at it. I was like, okay. So you have copper inside of here, beige, cream, and then an olive color here. I like to read the colors on them because not all markers have the names, and I think that's very important. So I always get excited when you do that. But I actually love all of those colors inside of there. So really excited to maybe incorporate them this week into my bullet journal. We'll see what happens. I have so many other pens, Click pens. We're actually going to use some today. I've been dying to use them. I haven't been able to get my hands on them just yet, but Zebra sent along like a bunch of packs. So we're going to be using those today too with some stamps, which is what I'm most excited about, honestly, with them. All right, so celebrating the 22.4, a lot of just reflecting on that this month. We had some really cool videos and reels mostly that kind of, I would say, went viral. Viral for me is what I would say, but had a lot of views. I did marbling paper, so my wife actually did that, and we were talking about it. And I was like, can I share this? And I shared that on Instagram the other day. We did ink swatches. I don't know if I talked about this last time or not, but I actually just became an affiliate with Ferris Wheel Press. They make beautiful inks and writing instruments. And so I have, 2 inks that I just got as my first delivery from them, which were great. And I just can't wait to work with them even more. What's cool with this is that I, as an affiliate along with them, a part of this program, you can also get 10% off. So you can use my discount code, which is MWB, and then you can get 10% off inks, you can get 10% off fountain pens, anything you want to try. I'm really excited for what's coming out. I actually have to place an order for myself because as a part of this, I got 2 inks and they have some other ones that are part of this New York collection. I kind of got a magenta pink one here, but they have some greens that I really like. And I also want to get a pen too. So once those release on February the 3rd, I'll be ordering those and we'll be using them in here as well. Sorry about that total side conversation there. Had those, and then the ink blending. We use that on our weekly this week. Everyone just loves watching the process. I love doing the process, so I'll keep those going. And so all of that contributed to some growth for sure. I'm really excited about that. All right, YouTube side, massive growth from January into February. So when we did our first plan with me for the year, my YouTube subscription was 12,113. As of today, we are at an amazing 13,020 subscribers. Holy hell. That is almost 1,000 new subscribers in a month, which I've never had before. I've had my YouTube channel for maybe 4 years, I think it's been. And wow. So I'm really excited about that. This is big, exciting things for me. So excited to see this huge jump this month and get to write in my number as we kick this off, which is really great. So really celebrating that. Just yesterday, I released a video for a doodle book. If you didn't check that out, it's ways that you can incorporate different doodles into your bullet journals, and it's a really nice book that you can get for yourself. I'll link down for you below and put the video down there too. If you want to add doodles to your journal, you're not comfortable or confident like me, a great way to use it. So excited for that one. Video-wise, so as of this moment in time, I have a total of 10 videos that I have published this month. And today's video is going to make it the 11th. We're right here at the end. I don't have anything else planned for January. Later on this week, though, when it is February, we'll actually be looking at a really cool product from NuYes. It has a sync pen, and it's like a mix of analog and digital. So you can write in your notebook with the pen that they have, and it will translate to an app for you automatically, which is really nice. So that's coming up later on this week. And that is everything for this page. I'm really excited about this. My goal for the year is to get to 15,000. I think it would be amazing if this growth trajectory keeps happening. Wouldn't it be great to hit that in 6 months? I think it would be really fun. So thank you for being a part of the subscription family. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, definitely consider it. I love doing these type of videos and other fun stuff too that we're going to be getting into. All right, so let's head back to this past week. So as I mentioned in the plan with me last week, which is just setting up this page alone, it's weird being inside of my bullet journal and not having this thing just littered with just pages and pages and pages of notes every single week as it used to be. I'm really utilizing this for rapid logging and notes. And then my task planner really becomes the heavy lifter for tasks because that's where all of my weekly goals and everything are. We're going into this next. Don't worry, we'll be looking through that and talking through it. So I have all of the things in here that are just kind of notes and things that are going on, some tasks that I then migrated to my task planner or took care of here and didn't worry about that. So this upcoming week we'll be setting up. But before we do that, I wanted to set up my monthly overview for March. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not. It's February. So I set up the days for February, but when I wrote the month here, I wrote March instead. that's a problem because, well, friends, it's going to be February. So we have to fix that first. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to go over top of it with some of the Distress Oxide. I don't know how much coverage I'm going to get with it though. So we're going to check and we're going to see. So I thought I would go ahead and just do that real quick. And then what I'll do is set up the rest of my page over here, which will be for my monthly goals, kind of that monthly up ahead overview. I don't know what I want to call it. And then we'll go ahead and set up a section for reflection. And then we'll actually reflect on February as a whole too. I wanted to call out a handful of things there and just kind of show you how I use my bullet journal monthly pages, because what I'm finding over time is that everyone uses these differently, and I think that's so cool that everyone has a different use for it. Without going absolutely crazy trying to make that work, I think we'll be okay there. We are going to let this dry, like really, really dry. So let's go ahead and come over here and just focus for a minute. What I've been doing in my journals for the months is just splitting my page in half. The top is monthly intentions. So just a review from January, my monthly intentions were to really focus on work projects, breaking them down, and using my task planner in a 2-week sprint approach, which I have been doing. My monthly goals were to complete my team norms work and also establish a communications plan outline. I'm happy to say that I broke down this team norms work into more actionable chunks versus all of it. So I realized about halfway through it felt like a lot. So let's break it down and take an iterative approach to it, which I'm doing. And then the outline is good. We'll actually be talking about the template and stuff I need to set up in this next month. So my reflection here felt very successful overall, as I just mentioned, breaking things down, really enjoying this connection between using my bullet journal and the task planner together. I think it's really working well. Gives me that great work ahead ability that I didn't feel like the bullet journal was really able to. Personally, January is a little bit of a sick month for all of us. So everyone's healthy now and on the mend, but it was definitely something that was like, okay. I was also really excited on a personal note / like hobby bullet journal note. I have a YouTube mastermind group that I've been talking about and getting together. And so our group kicked that off and we're going to be meeting more often. So I'm really excited to learn from the team. And then on a personal, like, fun note, I started playing Fortnite again. Haven't played that game in a few years. Getting back into it now as a way to just kind of unwind in the evening, which is kind of counterintuitive because when I play that game, my heart just like races every time I get to like the top. I've won a few games. It's been very exciting, but then afterwards my hands are like shaking. I feel like after a while people are like, yeah, whatever. I got the win. Next. Me, I'm like, oh my God, and like heavy breathing. All right. So what we're going to do is split our bullet journal page here in half. I mentioned every time I talk about it, but the bullet journal edition 2 has these little dots here in the margins. There's one here that has 2 dots, which means if I draw a line straight across here, it'll go ahead and break my page in half. I'm going to actually be using my dip pen. This is Kakamori, so it's super nice. It has a metal stainless steel nib, and then you also have a handle that you can buy for it too. It's a dip pen, so I don't have to load it like a fountain pen. And what's been really cool about this one is that you can write with it on different angles. So I can write with it kind of on a 45-degree angle and get a really nice thin line. Or what I'm going to do today is write with it kind of on its side a bit more, get a thicker line, and then draw my line straight across, which is super nice. I got this new dark green ink from Pelikan. So I have highlighter ink from Pelikan. And then recently I was talking with a friend who was like, you have to try more Pelikan ink. I think you'd really like it. And I bought this one because I don't have a lot of dark green, I don't think. Everything's like black and blue and red. Some purples inside of there. So to set this up, the first thing I need to do is set up my monthly intentions. I've been finding myself slipping in and out of lowercase and uppercase as I'm writing sometimes. I don't know why I'm doing it, so now I'm just making it a style for myself. And then we'll go ahead and also write in our monthly goals down here. All right, I'll be filling those out later on, and we can talk about them in the next 2 weeks. And then we'll go ahead and just write in monthly reflection down here. Oh, also, you gotta check this out. So for my dip pen, I used to have like a mason jar, or actually it was a vase, I think maybe, that I put water in. So I got this off Amazon. I'll link it for you down below. But it's going to have a larger open area, and that way I can easily rinse my dip pen in here. And then you don't get ink all over the place. All right, let's go back over here. This is super thick. I really laid it on thick. Oh, Mark, what was I doing? Let's actually give this some time. I'm going to put a paper towel over top of here so that the ink doesn't get onto the other side of my page here. And we're going to go ahead and just set up our weekly over on this side. Well, I have been talking a lot about what I'm loving about this notebook with some of these features. Going back to the Leuchtturm from the Archer and Olive notebooks has been a little bit hard for me because of the ghosting. No bleed through on any of this, just ghosting, and it just bothers me a lot. And I've been trying to get over it and like not worry about it as much, but I am not succeeding there. It still really irks me. You know, I really want a nice fresh page. And I'm going to be using ink, and I don't want the ink to then bleed through or ghost through here on the other side. So I'm going to skip a page. I'll just come back to this for some notes. I just make little notes for myself anyway that I need to do it, but we'll come back to that. All right, let's set up this upcoming week. So I'm going to go ahead and just split this page into thirds real quick. All right, so I'm going to be using these. So I just got these from my Cute Things from Japan order. These are just really awesome looking trees. So we're going to be setting these up for each of the days of the week, Monday through Friday. And then we'll stamp them over here, and then we'll just leave room for notes over on the side. Along with using the distressed ink on the other side, I'm going to come back with the hickory smoke and use that over here for these trees. I think that'll look kind of cool. So let's go ahead and try it out. I haven't done a whole lot of like block print stamping with the distressed inks just yet. I know it works. Just haven't done it. Heyo. Okay, so we got all of those on there. Looking pretty nice, loving that. Then all my stamps are already clean because I'm a good boy and I take care of that right away. All right, I've made my decision. So I'm actually going to just leave a lot of room for rapid logging this week. So I am going to keep those horizontals. It's kind of funny, I created my whole cheat sheet on the back of this notebook, and I haven't really been using it because everything inside of my weekly, honestly, has just been breaking it into halves and thirds and just keeping it really nice and easy. So it'll be rapid logging. Crap, I did it backwards. Wasn't supposed to go all the way across. Let's do it, Mark. We want it to look nice and even. We can be flexible. Still doing rapid logging over there. I'll put any big, high-level daily task or events in this space over here, and then we'll be good from there. Darn it, that's what happens when I talk when I do this. I just need to be quiet and just like breeze through it real quick and then just be done. But no, Mark. Or I should have erased the lines first is what I should have did. All right, so what we need to do is add in our dates, though. So these are click art pens. So I'm actually never used these before. Just got these from Zebra. I am so loving these. Just wait until you see what we can do with this. These are like pen markers. So you click it out, and if you can see that, it's kind of like a marker tip here. So it's retractable. You don't have to worry about them being out, and supposedly they don't dry, but they write really cool. So I love the way these look. There isn't going to be any type of bleed through or anything on this. They give great color. What I also really like about them too is you can use them in conjunction with stamps. So in this case, I used a stamp and they are smear proof. So they're not going to smear when you're working with them. And then you can write and draw right over top of them. So I will definitely be doing a lot of that in the future too, because I love the way that that looks. So yeah, so here's all the light colors, all the dark colors, all the standard colors. It's fun stuff. And actually, let's go ahead and just write in February, because it is going to be February. All right, let's go back over here. We're still a little funny. So All right, I don't know how I'm gonna get enough coverage, so we're gonna go ahead and just pull out a February stamp real quick. It's nice, it's big, it'll cover it up, hopefully. And I'll just use black ink over top of it. I'm so bummed because I really like the way that that looked on there, but not gonna work out for us. So let's go ahead and just ink this with some black real quick. It's not totally taking away from it. It's like a bad tattoo cover up, but it'll do for us. All right, so that is taken care of here. And then with that, I think that is our whole setup. So we did our monthly overview here, intentions and goals, reflection. Skipping that, coming back to it for notes, I'll write it down. Then we set up our monthly here, Monday through Friday, with plenty of room for notes and tasks and things like that going on. So we're good here. So let's go ahead into our task planner. All right, so let's go ahead into our task planner. So this is the yearly task planner from Appointed. You can use a discount code that I have, Menhu Bullet, and that'll get you 15% off. I'll also link this directly down in the descriptions for you below. This is a dated planner. This is my first dated planner that I've ever had, and it's been working out pretty well, as a matter of fact. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is just kind of go through and review through those monthly goals. So my monthly goals this month were to set up a team norms documentation, which I have done. I'm going to be continuing to work on that, but it is set up. I have also set up that comms plan outline as well, so that is good. But I did not start on this org chart, so that is actually something that I need to migrate forward to February. Just a review of this week as well. We have a number of things that we need to take over with us, a lot of tasks into the beginning of the week, things that I didn't quite get to this week. Some things that I didn't just check off that like I'm starting on, but I haven't like done them. So we'll leave them on here to make sure I get to them. This is my monthly overview that I have for everything. So really the more important part is actually over on this side of the page. So these are the things that I wanted to do as a part of my sprint, essentially for these past 2 weeks. Start that comms plan, which I did. I didn't finish the team norms document because I'm going to take an iterative approach to that. I don't really know what to do. I'm still just going to just migrate that forward until I'm just done with it. And then I'll just kind of pick the level in which I continue to take that on. And then this org chart, I was not able to finish as well. So that'll be something else that we'll be taking with us moving into the future. Go ahead and flip over to this past week. Take a look at everything that's been going on here. So a lot of tasks that I've started on but haven't completed. If I haven't completed them, I'm not going to check them off. I like to like be totally done with something before I start to go in and like check things off, because if I check it off, it means that it's done. Over on this side too, we'll be setting this up. This is what I've been using for my weekly capacity for my team. So in my role, I'm responsible for the capacity of the team and our project planning and stuff like that. So what I did last week is I actually used this Create a Sticker, and I printed out a bunch of these little sheets, and we're going to be continuing to do this because it's working out really well. Instead of me recreating this every single week, I thought let's work, smart, not hard. So we'll be setting that up when we set up our weekly as a whole. Number of things, again, that I need to migrate forward. But first, we need to set up what our monthly goals are going to be. So for February, this is what I'm really going to be focusing on for myself. That living org chart that I talked about, I need to get that done. I'm going to be doing some onboarding with one of the products we're using. I'm going to continue on that team norms work that I have. I need to create that project template deck that has to do with that communications plan that I've mentioned a few times, and also look into a mentorship program for my team as well. Important dates, well, we have a conference that my team is going to, and then the most important date, I think, is going to be the 23rd, which will be my 40th birthday. Holy crap. So that's a big one. I'm sure I'll have other dates too that we'll be putting in here and setting up. But that's the big one. So our overview here is all set up for now. I'll be going through my own meetings and calendar items for February with my work calendar and getting those all in here. Have off, birthday, conference, and then the next important thing for us is going to be setting up that 2-week sprint. So I have these cool little like notes from Post-it, which are pretty neat. I just found these the other day in a office stationery store, and I'm going to try to use it this week and see how it works out. I've just been making my own or using Post-it notes, but I thought I would go for this week. So over the next 2 weeks, I have some stuff that I need to do. A lot of it has to do with my big goals. Most importantly is going to be that living org chart. That's like the biggest big deal. There's not a whole lot of space to write here, like big handwriting. All right, the other thing I want to get done is going to be the comms deck template. I don't like the way it's looking. And if I don't like the way it looks, it's not going to be fun. I have to rewrite these. Not a whole lot of space on here. And then the other thing is going to be that mentorship program. Similar to what I like to do in my bullet journal, which is rewriting things, I have to do the same thing for myself on each of these weeks. So I set the top 4 priorities for myself in here, along with what I want to try to accomplish. Technically, they should kind of work one and the same. There's 4 priorities, but 3 things here. I'm just finding these are my top 3 things I need to do. What are the other things I want to try to accomplish in that week? So I'll just be rewriting the same things here for myself that I just wrote before. I'm adding a 4th thing here, so same thing that I need this living org chart for. There's also some design operations descriptions I need to do, so definitely we'll be getting those done this week. And then the last thing I need to do is I need to migrate some of these tasks over so that I can work on completing them for this upcoming week. All right, so everything is set up in here for myself. So priorities for the week, the tasks that I have to kick off the week, which is like half my page. I just need to crank these out, have some questions I have out to some vendors and some other things that are going on. And then I'll start to do this on my own, but going through my work schedule for the week and taking a look at that. Let me go ahead and move my little page holder that I got from that Archer and Olive Valentine's Day box, which is helping out very nicely over here. All right, the last thing we're going to do is just create our little sticker here for our capacity for the week. So like I mentioned, I printed these all out just on regular computer paper, and then I have this Xyron Krita sticker, which is neat. So all you're going to do is we are going to stick our paper in here, make sure it sticks, and then you pull on the tape down here. And then it turns it into a sticker. Watch this. So we can take off this part of it. And then now on the back, this is now a sticker. Make sure we have this the right way. And how cool is that? And now I can just stick it right inside of my journal. I'd love to hear some feedback from you down in the comment section below. What are you thinking about this format? We've been doing this now for a full month, and I like the way that it's working out. I definitely love going through this and working through this with you. So I would love to hear if this has been helpful for you and thinking about how you take on your own bullet journal for work or for home or for any extra things that you have going on. If you're looking for other ideas to include in your own bullet journal or planners, I have a playlist here for you that is all about different bullet journal ideas that you can use. So make sure to check those out, and I will talk with you next week. Happy planning. See ya.